need a hero. Just look in the mirror. No one's gonna save you now, so you better save yourself.
Hello, beautiful people. Thanks for stopping by my place where we hang out and have conversations about people in the entertainment industry. Now let's get ready for some sugar talk. Happy New Year, beautiful people. I'm wishing you all a peaceful, prosperous, productive year on purpose. May you find your guiding light to a life full of abundance, happiness, and joy. In 2025, the masses became wise. We learned the difference between being busy and being aligned, between loyalty and self-betrayal, between surviving and finally choosing to live. 2025 taught us how to see clearly, to recognize patterns, to read energy before words, to stop explaining our boundaries to people who benefit from us having none. And now, in 2026, the masses will be standing on business. This is the year of execution, of follow through, of moving in silence and letting the results make the noise, of choosing peace so intentionally that chaos no longer recognizes your address. In 2026, we are eradicating all toxic people from our midst, not with anger, not with announcements, but with elevation, with distance, with discernment. No more negotiating self-respect, no more shrinking to keep others comfortable, no more access without accountability. This is the year we protect our energy like currency. We invest wisely, we divest ruthlessly. We honor our time, our talent, our truth. And as we step forward, may our circles get smaller but stronger. May our goals get clearer and closer. May our spirits remain soft even as our boundaries become unbreakable. Here's to a year of intention, a year of alignment, a year of abundance that feels as good as it looks. Now let's get into the commentary. Every year, fame puts people on stages their wounds were never meant to stand on. Bright lights don't heal pain. Money doesn't resolve trauma. And attention has a way of amplifying whatever hasn't been addressed. In 2025, we didn't just watch celebrities unravel. We watched unresolved pain perform in real time. This isn't gossip. This isn't cancellation. This is reflection. Welcome to When Fame Forgets to Heal. Let's be clear before we begin. This series is not about tearing people down. It's about telling the truth gently, but honestly. Because toxic behavior is not a personality, it's a pattern. And patterns don't disappear when we ignore them, they repeat. In 2025, reaction became louder than reflection. Defense replaced accountability, and pain was often mistaken for power. We watched it happen on timelines, in interviews, in live streams, in moments that should have stayed private, but were sold to the public instead. This series exists to pause the noise and ask better questions. When we say toxic, we are not talking about struggle. Struggle is human. Emotion is human. Breaking down does not mean someone is bad. Toxicity shows up when pain is projected instead of processed, when harm is repeated instead of repaired, when growth is avoided because accountability feels like an attack. Toxic looks like reacting faster than listening, clapping back instead of sitting with truth, confusing loyalty with enabling, and mistaking chaos for authenticity. And fame rewards all of it because chaos trends, healing does not. But this conversation isn't just about celebrities. It's also about us, the audience, the consumers, the ones who click, share, defend, and dissect. Because when we reward dysfunction with engagement, we become part of the loop. We turn breakdowns into content. We turn trauma into entertainment. Then we ask why peace feels so rare. This series invites us to look at celebrity behavior without worship and without cruelty, just clarity. Each episode will reflect on a public figure, not to label them, but to understand the pattern. We will name what we saw in 2025, and then we'll imagine what healthier could look like in 2026. Because accountability without compassion is punishment, and compassion without accountability is permission. We are choosing both. This is a mirror, not a weapon. Fame doesn't make wounds, it reveals them. Power doesn't corrupt, it exposes what was already there. And healing doesn't arrive loudly, it knocks softly, waiting to see if anyone is willing to answer the door. As we move through this series, remember, growth doesn't trend, healing doesn't perform, but peace is always an option. And in 2026, we choose evolution over ego, reflection over reaction, legacy over noise. This is when fame forgets to heal. I'll see you in the next reflection.